You know what the worst thing is? When you sit down to film a video and then you have no idea what you're gonna film. That's the surprise of life. So in today's video, I am gonna be showing you guys my eyeshadow palette collection. Now I don't wear eyeshadow all that often, but I do have quite a few eyeshadow palettes. So I thought today I would film my collection for you guys. So here is just a few of the eyeshadow palettes that I have. I've got some more, but I will show them later in the video. Now my eyeshadow palettes, I don't have any that are high-end eyeshadow palettes. All of my eyeshadow palettes are drugstore. First palette I have to show you, this is the W7 in the Nude palette. Whole palette, which comes with 12 shades, cost me only £4, I believe, something like that. Here is the inside of, and as you can see, it is a very, very neutral palette. I would compare this to the Naked 3 palette. It's got lots of pinks and lots of like mauves and lots of, you know, like those kind of colors here. My favorite colors are actually these two. This one here and this one here, and these are Marilyn and Alice. Next two palettes I have to show you are the I Love Makeup palettes, and one is the I Heart Chocolate and one is the Death by Chocolate palette. Now, I Heart Makeup are a brand that make dupes for other products, and they noticeably make dupes for the Too Faced palette. This one here is one that's called I Heart Chocolate. This is a dupe for the Chocolate Bar palette. Now, I don't own the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, but looking at pictures online, this has basically got every single color that's in the Chocolate Bar palette. It was £4, and I believe the Too Faced palettes are within the 20 to 30 or the 30 to 40 pound range. So this is a huge saving. This one is amazing. I do use this one, I think, the most out of the two palettes that I have, but I prefer the packaging on this one to the Too Faced palette packaging anyway, because it's an actual chocolate bar. The other palette I have is the Death by Chocolate palette, and this one I would say is a little bit warmer than the I Heart Chocolate palette. This one's got more gold in it. It's got more like the warmer shades, the purples and the pinks. It's got all warmer undertones. The gold in here is the gold I use for my gold eyes and red lips makeup look. Let's watch it. As you can see, they are super, super pigmented. This palette I actually got for free because when I was in Superdrug, it was if you spend over a certain amount of money, you get a free palette. So I got this free palette. Freedom Innocent Collection Pro32 Collection palette. And Freedom is a brand that I heard of when I was in Spain, and then all of a sudden it came to the UK, and now we have this brand here. So we got a contour palette, which I do own. Here is their contour palette. This is the Pro Blush and Highlight palette, Peach Spice and Medium Contour. I use this in one of my other videos. And this has got all your like contour shades inside. Now, as you can see, it's got 32 colors in it. It's got loads and loads and loads of colors. Retailing on its own, I'm pretty sure this is only like £8 or something. You can see that these are pretty damn pigmented. I still have the little sheet that's got all the names on it. It has got, you know, everything in it. It's got cool tone colors, warm tone colors, matte colors, shimmery colors, transition shades. It's got everything that you would need in it. So if you're gonna get one palette and it's affordable, I would recommend this. Next, probably my favorite palette of all time, and the palette that I use the most out of every single eyeshadow palette, this is the Makeup Academy, I call it the Asylum palette. When I watched another video, someone called it the Elysium palette, so it's either the Elysium, the Asylum, the whatever you call it palette. This is amazing. This is the best palette I've ever bought, and this is only like £3 or something like that. This is an amazing palette here, which is called Air. I use that underneath all my eyeliner, underneath all my eyeshadow. I use it to set a paint pot. I use it for everything. And as you can see, I've already hit pan on it. I'm really sad about that. But this palette here, I've used every single shade in this palette at least once, and this is the palette, if I'm going to do a very simple eyeshadow look, I will reach for this palette, so I recommend it 100%. This palette, this is from Makeup Revolution. It's a very similar brand to Makeup Academy. They're very affordable, very cheap. This is probably the palette I use the least. This is the Makeup Revolution Iconic Pro 2 palette, and this is the palette. Now, as you can see, it's got a lot more loud colors in it that I wouldn't always reach for. It's got blue and purple and green and everything in it. So if I'm gonna do a more loud look, I will probably reach for this, but I'm just not brave enough to ever rock it. I've got two YouTuber people palettes. BH Cosmetics Carli Bybel palette. I bought this because oh my god, I just dropped it. Carli Bybel palette. It's got all of these eyeshadows and all the highlighters at the bottom. Got all the mobs in here. It's a very, very neutral palette. And it's not that expensive, so this is a palette that is, you know, I recommend too. This is the BH Cosmetics shaaanxo palette. For anyone who doesn't know, shaaanxo is probably my favorite makeup guru beauty person here on YouTube. She's my favorite. I love her to bits. She's amazing. So I have had to get her palette. And lip colors, and then it's also got 9 eyeshadows. Now I haven't actually used her palette yet, but it's absolutely beautiful. I mean, this like red color, oh my god, yes, and this yellowish transition shade is absolutely beautiful. I'm sure I will be getting a lot of wear out of this, and the fact that it comes also with lip colors, that's smart. That is smart market. I have 2 little palettes. This here is a H&M palette. This is the Twilight and Rose palette, and I love H&M makeup. H&M makeup has stepped up their game. Like, they used to be okay-ish, but since their relaunch of the beauty line, they have stepped up their game. Now, I bought this palette specifically for this pink shade here because it's life. It's not the most pigmented. Well, there's that pink shade that I like, and then there's a nice, you know, brown, but as you can see, they're not the most pigmented. This palette, I think, is £10. It's not bad. It's not expensive, but it's not like cheap either. I have another I Love makeup palette. This is the I Love My Brows palette. Now, this is a brow palette, but I use it for eyeshadow. You would have seen this if you watched my Makeup Revolution haul video. You get, it's like a little mini palette, so you get everything in here. You get a brow gel, and then you get all of these shades here. Now, they're supposed to be for eyeshadow, but who is using a shimmering pink for their eyeshadow? I believe it's just for highlight or blush or whatever, but I use this personally as an eyeshadow palette. The last couple of eyeshadow palettes I have to show you are old school eyeshadow palettes, like really, really old school. By Fraulein 38, I basically bought this palette and bought brushes at the same time. Like, most of my eyeshadow brushes are Fraulein 38 brushes. Got 120 colors in it. So it's got every single color that you would ever need. It's got 2 trays. One's got the blues, the greens, the yellows, and one's got the purples, the pinks, the orange, the red, the white, the whatever. And I never use this ever. I don't wear bright ass eyeshadow anymore. I used to rock the green and the blue and the red and the whatever, but I don't wear it anymore. But I keep it because, you know, of memories. I don't know what brand this is. I bought this on eBay for like £4 or something. It was the 88 Neutral eyeshadow palette. Now, I used to use this like every day when I was younger. So it is this palette here, and it's just called the 88 Neutral palette, and it's got all your neutrals in it. I used to use this a lot when I was, again, 14, 15, 16 in school. It's got all the neutral shades in it. They are really pretty. Quality is really bad, but there's a really pretty palette, and I just keep it again from memory. This palette here is actually the first eyeshadow palette that I ever got back when I feel like I was 13, 14. Now, Pretty Pink is the Argos brand for anyone who lives in the UK who likes Argos. Argos do makeup. Does anyone know that? Does anyone buy Argos makeup anymore? Does anyone? I don't even know. This is the first palette I ever got for my birthday, and well, A, it's broken because I broke it, so we'll just forget about that. It looks like a child's palette because I'm pretty sure it is, but I used to use this every single day. And as you can see, I've hit pan in a couple of the shades in here because you don't actually get that much product inside any of them. This whole palette here was maybe £10 or something. Just thought, you know, for anyone who wanted a trip down memory lane for Argos makeup, you might appreciate this. The last palette I have to show you is this one here. Again, this is from Argos. This is the Colour Institute A Whole Lot of Beauty portfolio, and this I got as a present for my GCSEs, I think. So this is a good, you know, like 5 years old. 4 years, 5, 6 years. No, more, probably more. This is something else. Portfolio. So on the left, you get all of the eyeshadows. Every single eyeshadow you could ever need in life. On the other side, it has got, up here it's got all lipsticks, down the bottom it's got all powders, and it's got blushes, bronzers, and eyebrow cake is what it calls it, but it's blue. So who is putting blue eyeshadow on their eyebrows? Middle, it's got lip liners, eyeliners, blushes, and those awful sponge things that you used to use for your eyeshadow that no one should ever use anymore because they're really, really bad. It's really, really dusty because I haven't used it in about 6 years, so thanks, Argos. So yeah, that is all of the eyeshadow palettes that I own. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope people like have the same palettes as me. I don't want to be on my own with some of those really dodgy Argos palettes, but yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!